President Trump, as we've mentioned, will address a joint session of Congress in a matter of hours now. He is expected to lay out his vision on the economy, federal layoffs, support for Ukraine, and immigration. CBS News spoke to Senator Katie Britt and Senator Elizabeth Warren this morning, and as they are from different parties, they have two very different takes on what to expect tonight.
I think President Trump is bringing people to the table. I think people understand. He said all along, there may be some short-term pain in order for long-term gain. And I think Americans ultimately want to see Americans back in the driver's seat, us prioritizing our jobs and opportunity here and the safety and security of Americans.
The places to be worried are what's happening in the central part of this economy. Right now, the Trump vision is billionaires win, families lose.
CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small joins us live from Capitol Hill with more on this. And I know just a few moments ago, Taurean, House Speaker Mike Johnson addressed the press. What's new there?
Yeah, and just like we heard from Senator Britt, Johnson echoed what he believes Republicans are projecting in this speech from Donald Trump. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Makes his triumphant return, of course, tonight, as was mentioned. It's 5 years after his last State of the Union address. This is a joint address to Congress, not a State of the Union, because a State of the Union is typically delivered on or around the sort of the one-year anniversary, first year in office. But this president is working so quickly, I invited him to come early in the process to give this joint address because there's so much to report to the people, and we're delighted he's going to be there. If he just stood at the Speaker's rostrum and read off all his list of accomplishments since January 20th, we'd be there all night. I don't expect it will go that long. He's going to give a truncated version of this, but there really is so much to celebrate. The president has already...
Yeah, fast-acting administration as well as fast-tracked confirmations is expected to be highlighted in the president's speech tonight. This is Democrats are pushing back quite a bit, talking about this radical reformation of the federal government that has led to several firings across departments. In fact, we're seeing Democrats invite fired federal employees as their special guests for the evening to underscore the consequences in their minds to Donald Trump's presidency so far.
And we understand, Taurean, that Democrats have chosen first-term Senator Elissa Slotkin from Michigan to give their official response to the president's address. Tell us the strategy there.
Yeah, Dem leadership like Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries have touted her as a rising star in the party. We know her as obviously a former congresswoman and now senator of Michigan, a battleground state in 2024 that she just narrowly won, holding down another seat for Democrats in the Senate. But she also has a background as a CIA analyst and official in the Department of Defense. That resume is what they're flouting here as they look forward to her being the response to President Trump. It also comes after Britt delivered the response to mixed reactions to Joe Biden's State of the Union address last year. So they're looking to draw parallel between the administration, the state of the Republican Party, and what they see as the future of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, no matter the party, it's always a tough act to follow after the president addresses a joint session of Congress, but we will be tuned in to watch it all. Taurean, thanks so much. And about that, you'll want to stay with CBS News 24/7 all day for continuing coverage of the president's address to Congress. Join us at 5 p.m. Eastern for a special edition of America Decides. The speech is at 9 p.m. Eastern, followed by, of course, as we mentioned, the Democratic response. And then we'll have analysis and highlights from our team of correspondents and contributors.